Welcome to NewsLine, your trusted source for breaking news and global updates. Today we're covering some of the most impactful stories shaping the world, from geopolitical shifts to technological breakthroughs. Let's dive in. Bashar al-Assad's departure from power in Syria has significantly reshaped the balance of power in the Middle East. Several experts identify Turkey as one of the biggest winners, not only because of its strategic influence, but also due to the economic opportunities now emerging. Turkey's role in Syria's reconstruction is expected to generate substantial revenue, estimated to reach tens of billions of dollars. This includes projects in infrastructure, energy, and trade, which could provide a major boost to Turkey's economy. However, alongside these opportunities come significant challenges. One of the most concerning scenarios is the risk of escalating conflicts in the oil-rich Kurdish regions of northeastern Syria. Tensions in these areas have long been a source of conflict, and renewed focus on resources and territorial control could further destabilize the region. Additionally, the developments raise critical questions about how Turkey's relations with other international players, including Russia and the United States, will evolve as interests and alliances are renegotiated in this rapidly changing geopolitical landscape. Following the collapse of the Assad regime, Russia is now actively reaching out to Syria's new leaders to secure its military presence in the region. Since entering the Syrian conflict in 2015, Russia's support for President Bashar al-Assad enabled it to establish both an air base and a naval base along Syria's strategically vital Mediterranean coast. However, the situation took a dramatic turn after the UN and US-designated terrorist group, HTS, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, successfully overthrew Bashar al-Assad on Sunday. The future of Russia's military bases has become a critical issue. Russia, a staunch ally of the Assad regime until its collapse, had long branded HTS as terrorists. As recently as last week, Russian airstrikes targeted HTS forces, and on Saturday, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov delivered sharp verbal attacks against the group. Now, Moscow appears to be adopting a different stance. Russian state news agencies RIA, Novosti, and TASS have shifted their rhetoric, referring to HTS as armed opposition rather than terrorists. Moscow has also reached out to HTS in an attempt to diplomatically secure its influence and its military bases. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov stated that Russian authorities are taking all necessary measures to establish contact with those who can ensure the safety of their military installations. A Kremlin insider reportedly told Russian media that Syrian opposition leaders have agreed to protect Russian military and diplomatic facilities in the country. Dara Masakot, a senior researcher at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, believes Russia will likely rely on negotiations to secure its interests. Offers of financial support, oil, gas, bartered goods, and even mercenaries may play a role in these discussions, The Guardian reports. Most of Russia's military assets remain stationed at its two bases, but the Kremlin has yet to provide clear statements about their future. According to Peskov, it is too early to determine the fate of Russia's military presence in Syria. U.S. markets opened cautiously, but lost momentum later in the trading session. The tech sector, often a key driver on Wall Street, faced significant pressure as Nvidia's stock plummeted. The sharp decline followed news of a Chinese antitrust investigation into the company, raising concerns about its future in the crucial Chinese market. While this development weighed heavily on U.S. equities, it provided a notable boost to Chinese stocks, which surged sharply throughout the day. The announcement of the Chinese investigation has sparked speculation about a potential shift in the balance of power between the two global tech giants, the U.S. and China. Among the Chinese stocks seeing significant gains were tech and industrial companies, benefiting from expectations of increased domestic dominance should foreign competitors face regulatory barriers. As U.S. investors grapple with the tech sector's vulnerabilities in an increasingly geopolitical marketplace, The situation is seen as a potential opportunity for Chinese companies to further solidify their positions, both domestically and internationally. This highlights the growing complexities of a global market, influenced by regulatory actions and shifting economic dynamics between the world's largest economies. Tech giant Uber and Chinese technology company WeRide have officially launched a commercial robo-taxi service in Abu Dhabi. This marks Uber's first international venture into autonomous vehicles, representing a significant milestone in the company's push toward future mobility solutions. The rollout in Abu Dhabi is expected to remain small-scale initially, according to both companies. Specific details, such as the number of vehicles that will hit the streets during the initial phase, have not yet been disclosed. The service will first operate along routes connecting Saadiyat Island and Yas Island, as well as to and from Zayed International Airport, areas that attract both locals and tourists. Despite the innovative step, Uber's announcement did not translate into a stock market boost. Instead, the company's stock fell by around 9.6% following news that its competitor, Waymo, owned by Alphabet, was expanding its autonomous vehicle operations to Miami. Over the past year, Uber has ramped up its involvement in autonomous technology, forging strategic partnerships with companies such as Wave, Serve Robotics, Aurora Innovation, and Waabi. These collaborations highlight Uber's commitment to diversifying its business and solidifying its leadership in the evolving field of autonomous transportation. Thank you for joining us on NewsLine. Stay informed, stay empowered, and we will see you next time.